Warning. True Sundaze is an entertainment podcast ran by entertainment professionals. Do not take what we say seriously. Don't even listen if you get offended easily. That being said, if you're brave enough to still be here, then sit down, shut up, and get ready, because it's going to be one hell of a ride.
What you do, boy? You good? Let's try to keep this to 30.
30. Got it.
30. We'll have a lot to talk about. We'll just have to jam it in.
Yes. Oh, God.
Just because we have to be on time limit.
You're on time with it, bud.
You knew about the time limit.
I know, I'm sorry.
And then you were late.
I know.
Then you forgot your shit.
I forgot all my shit, dude. It fucking sucks. Okay, start. Up. Start. Okay.
This thing loves you.
Okay. Oh, the batteries, that's why. There. All right, bud. Welcome to True Sundaze, your auntie's favorite podcast, season 4, episode, I think this is 7.
Your guess is as good as mine.
We have no live studio audience. We have no guests. We kind of wanted to fucking wing it.
Wanging.
And we got a lot to talk about in very little amount of time. Braeden, let's start it off first and foremost. Do you have a Coors Light on you?
Hold that.
Okay. Let's start this bitch off right, dude. Because you've been out of town doing everything fun under the sun. I haven't seen you. I've been trying to survive by myself.
We're just going to pound these?
You're going to fucking just absolute... Shotgun them minus the hole.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. What would you call that? Just
fucking
pound?
It was kind of like a butt chug just in your mouth, though. I don't know what you would call that, but mouth butt chug.
Mouth chug.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ready? Go.
Oh, we're going to actually do it.
Yeah. Oh. Woo! That hurt.
I'm trying to avoid all that.
Oh, that hurt so bad.
I don't want to experience what you're experiencing.
My fucking esophagus was just absolutely collapsing due to the absolute coldness.
Yeah, I didn't do it because of that.
Wow, I have tears. Do you see? I have a tear in my eye from how painful that was. Wow. Now my belly hurts.
I feel like I should put my glasses on. I feel out of place.
Wow, that was worse than shotgunning. While you're doing that...
It was like a slow death.
Wow, it was, dude. It was like...
I feel like shotgunning would have been better because you could have just got it over with.
Yeah, it's done in 3 seconds. That was like 8 seconds of like knives, like cold knives down into my esophagus. Dude, I'm suffering a little bit.
That'd be some prep work. Like if somebody had the time they were going to torture you, but they put the knives in the freezer before.
Right?
You're going to get them, and they're going to be frozen.
They thought it through. They just hold them in liquid nitrogen for a couple.
But then they're bringing liquid nitrogen to the party.
Yeah, you could probably track that too. It's like, well, who buys liquid nitrogen other than like some fucking
it's like
whack
when
job, you know?
people build bombs with like fertilizer. They're like, okay, who picked up 57,000 pounds of fertilizer today?
Weird. And they live in an apartment complex. What lawn are they fertilizing there, bud? Speaking of random crazy shit, where have you been? Lay it on me, dude.
Since I last saw you?
Since the last podcast, you went and did a bunch of shit there, bud.
Did we podcast after? Because I was in Tahoe for football camp.
Yeah.
That was cool. Then came back. I think we might have podcasted. And then
With Maisie.
Maze.
Yeah.
Learned about the snakes.
Yep.
And then went back to Tahoe for celebrity golf.
And how was that? Do you get any pictures with anybody?
No, there wasn't as many. I probably was in vicinity of people I could have, but I just didn't recognize them necessarily. There was no major peeps that were like out where I was out at.
Who was the most celebrity, if that makes sense?
Just depends on what's your like definitions, right? Because like
to you, like who was the biggest one that were like, oh fuck, they're here? Like what?
Well, I mean, like
on that day?
you basically see everybody. So I mean, big celebrities to me are more like sports people because you have Steph Curry was there. You had Patrick Mahomes was there.
What?
Steve Young was there.
Don't know Steve Young.
What's that?
Don't know Steve Young.
What?
No. Golf? I mean, football?
Yeah.
Football.
You don't know Steve Young.
Is it Steve Madden's brother?
Stop.
No, I really don't.
I can't tell if you're fucking with me or
No,
not.
genuinely, I don't know who Steve Young is.
I feel like this is like
Never
an
heard of him.
atrocity.
Was he like a athlete back in the day? Or is he like current, like last like 5 years? All right, dude, you're looking at me funny, bud.
It was like him, and Joe Montana in succession.
Oh my God, I wasn't even born when Joe Montana was a
That doesn't
quarterback.
matter. It's like
I mean,
San Francisco 49er legends.
Oh, Steve Young, the
Steve Young.
quarterback.
Steve Young.
Got it.
That guy.
Yeah, I know exactly. Now, thank you. When you said it the seventh time.
I'm gonna say the beer gave you brain freeze.
It did. Thank you.
You
Yeah,
lo-
it
had
was the
some-
seventh time you said it with no other details is when I got it. That's, yeah. Thank you.
That's Steve Young.
Got
the
it,
only
got
one
it.
I think that has that name. Who else was there? One of the Jonas Brothers. So if you're like,
Oh, yeah, I know a woman that got a picture of him and supposedly, yes.
Yeah, he's a little guy.
Yes, and he looked her way and waved to her. She's fucking beautiful, so like, I mean, obviously had to do that.
We got like into this one area because we knew somebody that had. So there's like, it's like quartered off, and then so you can like you're right there. They're walking past you, but then there's like these grandstands that are at the holes. So you have I have a bottle opener there, bub, if you want.
I fucked this up.
Yeah, do you want the bottle opener?
Please. Wait, so was there security there too? Like, there had to have been security everywhere, or in the crowd at least, right? Like, you don't know, you know?
Less than you would think. This is going to be dangerous.
Over the table. Wow.
Sorry.
Fancy.
I was trying to put that a little bit higher.
No, that's okay.
I mean, there was, but it wasn't like, Secret Service walking around or anything crazy. Like,
No, but there's their security. It has to be.
yeah, but they're like right there too.
True.
They're not like getting tackled or anything.
So, do you guys walk from hole to hole with them, or do you just stay at one hole and they like go on to the next? You see the next celebrity.
We
come
got
up?
into that grandstand, so basically you're in like
A stadium.
No, but it's not even like what grandstands don't. It's not the right thing. It's probably called something else, but it's like a platform with a bunch of tables and a bar, and then you're like at the hole. So I think we were posted on the.
You were on the grass.
We were for a time, and then we got to like a hole, and we knew people. Actually, like a childhood friend of mine put on this party for like her company, and then she let us into this stage. But it's
Oh.
like, maybe 8 feet off the ground, and then they have like a railing around it with like a canopy over the top, and then there's a bar, private bar, all you can drink.
No.
Tables.
But you have to pay for it, right?
No, well, we didn't because she like hooked us up. She
It was open bar for you.
Yeah, at the
Stage.
stage part. Yeah,
What?
that was cool. So like there was other places where you had to pay, but then we got into this like little VIP area.
Dude, real quick, sorry. Do you have... I feel like you have a lot more connections than you lead on to believe.
I don't think I didn't even know that she was there, and then
That means you have connections. You didn't even know someone's there. You had no plan to even see her, and she's like, Braeden,
no,
get
well, she
over
didn't
here."
even recognize me, but like we're really like good friends too because I've like helped
Yeah.
them out in business and stuff like that, and then. But she actually, I think it was her husband or somebody. We like
she's
didn't
married?
know. Yeah, super cool guy. He's a firefighter.
Good for him.
But we didn't know. We were like, oh, we got this VIP, and it was actually one of my friend Nat's friends, and then they hooked us up, and then I was like, oh, who do you know? And then we got in there. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Hey,
what the
like,
fuck?
yeah. So like I knew them too, but I just didn't know
Got it.
that they were there.
She was working it. Yeah.
Not
yeah.
really. She had just set up. She's like an event coordinator for the company that she.
Okay.
So she had like facilitated them having this area, and it was really cool because what happens is that it's like I think it's a 16th hole. It's like a choke point, so they have to like they putt, and you're watching them putt. So you're watching the whole like the hole literally
Yeah.
like happen. So they're like golfing at you.
Oh.
And then they end right in front of you on the green, and then they have to walk like around the grandstand stage thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the backside, like the staircase that you take up, there's like a rail right there that they have to walk through this super tight corridor so you can like give them
No.
like knuckles. Like if you walk down,
Did
like,
you do that to anybody?
Yeah, we walked down when Steph came by.
Okay.
Who else was there?
Was there any movie stars there?
Yeah, I mean there was. I'm trying to think of who would be considered like a movie star.
Someone I would know.
I think one of the biggest celebrities that was there, like just because like he's a really well known guy, movie star, but not necessarily what he's like known for, was like Justin Timberlake was there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he's probably like the biggest, probably one of the biggest
Damn.
like international names.
And they're probably all living like Beverly Hills, so it's just they're flying up north to
Well,
Tahoe.
and they stay there for like 10 days.
Do they get paid to do that?
I don't think so. I think it's just like PR.
What if they win?
I don't know if there's like
There's
a
no
prize.
trophy.
There's
Participation.
Probably.
Pussies.
There's probably a trophy.
Fuck that, dude.
So then I did that.
And then you went to Colorado.
Yeah, and then I drove from Tahoe to Colorado. No,
Wow,
to,
good for you.
to Sacramento.
And you parked your
Flew-
car there all
flew-
day? Or all 10 days? Whatever. How long were you gone for?
A week.
A week, yeah.
Yeah.
So you parked your car in the parking lot,
Yeah.
praying something happens to it so you get a new car.
I was at Costco earlier, and there was a guy that had parked a minivan next to it. So I was coming out, and I was like, "Where's my car?" And I was like, "Oh my god, somebody finally stole it."
Yes, finally.
Yes, sick. And then I walked around the van that he had parked, and he was like loading stuff in, and it was there. And I was like, "God damn it!" And he was like, "Hey," like he was like kind of broken English, but he was like very nice guy.
Yeah.
So he was trying to like have a conversation. And I was just like, "Oh, I thought
Damn it.
somebody stole my car." And
Fuck,
then
I was hoping.
and he was just super confused, like, "What?" And I was like,
Because you're
I
happy
couldn't
about
see
it?
your van around the van, and so I thought somebody stole my car. He's like, "Oh yeah, it happens." That's what he
Yeah.
said. I go, "It does, but not today. Not for me.
It didn't fucking happen today.
Yeah, I wish it did."
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. So.
So you flew out. So you flew out from Sac to Colorado.
Yep.
And how was that flight? What did you
I got
fly?
delayed on that one.
What airline do you fly? You look like
I like Southwest.
okay, same. And
Which
Delta.
I had a crazy. I don't know if I've even told you my route back. So on the way there, it's a 2.5 hour flight to Denver. It's like a major hub for like international, or not international, but like cross continental travel.
Okay.
Because it's like in the middle of the country,
Yeah.
like kind of. So huge airport, like crazy big airport.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The red horse with the blue horse with red eyes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's there.
I saw it. It's
so,
a girl horse, by the way. No wiener.
Well-
I looked.
Oh yeah, in town.
No, at the Denver airport.
Inside of it?
No, right out front.
Yeah, I was gonna say outside.
Yeah, outside,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Which is a lot farther from. I've never been outside of the Denver airport
Yeah.
before that time, and it's further from the city than I expected it to be. It's
It
kind of
is.
it's kind of like Sacramento airport, where it's like the city ends and you have to drive like out of
Yes.
Sac.
Yes.
It's very similar to Sac Airport.
It's pretty-
proximity
It's
to.
very far though.
Yeah, it's like probably 30 minutes to Denver.
So you flew into Denver and then where'd you go?
So from Denver, it's about 3.5 hours outside of Denver, was a little town called Carbondale.
You got picked up and drove out there?
My buddy picked me up from there.
Wow, fuck.
So he had flown in like 2 days earlier, was meeting with his family, like they were hanging out. They went on a pontoon boat and chilled.
Oh, sick.
And then him and his fiance picked me up. And then we went from Denver to Carbondale.
3.5 hours you drove.
About 3.5 hours.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, that's like going to fucking Nevada from here.
Yeah, it's like going to like,
Fuck that. I mean, that's
like
awesome.
not quite Reno, but I mean longer than Reno, but yeah.
Yeah. So and then you guys fucking did you guys have a plan to do anything or was it just a kick it session?
My buddy plans everything. He's like a big planning type. So, and I don't like to give too much input just because I don't care. Like
Yeah.
I'm always down for whatever he wants to do, and he likes to plan it. So then whatever he wants to do, we just basically do. And I always have a good time, and I don't have to think about anything.
Nice little relationship you have there. I like that.
Yeah, he's OCD on that stuff, and I don't have enough like energy to argue. Like, oh no, I think we should do this today.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, we should do this and we should do this. I'm like,
He's
cool.
like, fucking just give me a beer, dude. I'll be there.
Yeah.
I respect.
So we went that.
What did you do the first day? Like the day after you went to bed, you woke up, you know.
Well, we went in and we got dinner at a cool spot. That town is like super expensive. So it's like 40 minutes, 35 minutes from Aspen, which is like ridiculously expensive.
Great place, by the way.
Yeah, it's very cool. Have you been?
No.
Oh, it's very cool.
No. I
Yeah,
saw
but
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber
Yeah,
the other day.
yeah.
Yeah, it's different than I imagined after watching, because I had watched Dumb and Dumber and I was thinking about it. We're going to a little place called Aspen.
Yeah.
So I kept thinking that as we were driving in there, and it was different. You know, you imagine things that you see on TV, and they're completely different
Yeah.
than what it is. But yeah, it's a very cool spot. We actually, before we went there, we fished on the is called the Roaring Fork, and it runs like right through, basically into Aspen. But we were like still on the outskirts of Aspen, but we're really close to in proximity to the airport that's in Aspen, and we probably had like, so the route that the planes would fly, they weren't planes, they were like private jets. They would fly like right over the river, so we'd be fishing, and there'd be like 20-seater private jets like flying in like 5-6 an hour probably. So like every 10 minutes like
right over the top of you.
This like multi-million-dollar private jet for God knows who is coming in, but all hours of the day they're just dumping in there.
Dude, that's actually pretty badass.
And it's like 5 minutes, so they like fly in, and then they're like into Aspen, and Aspen's like, it's nicer than Tahoe for sure.
I was gonna say, it looks like, well, from the little bit I saw on Dumb and Dumber, it looks like Tahoe vibes, kind of like walking around Tahoe.
It is not, but outside of the nature, it's kind of like Beverly Hills met the mountains. That's
a fucking really great way to describe it, and I don't think I can fully picture until I see it, but I can kind of picture what you're saying.
Like there's Holy like art, there's like art galleries with
Oh my god, were there like women there?
There's like very like, you're like, we came off the river one day and we were like dressed like fishermen that had just gotten off the river.
Bitches love fishermen.
Probably not these ones. These ones like guys that smell like rich mahogany and shit, but
this is rich. What
I mean,
fish
you see like chicks that were there's like kids running wild too, by the way. There's like groups of 10 kids. It's late at night, not super late, but like it's 8-9 p.m.
Yeah.
And they're like walking in a group of 10. Like it's like
just different lifestyle.
It's like small town America, super wealthy, no crime. Very, very, very wealthy people are there. So you have like these women that are walking around wearing like lingerie tops with a sports coat, and then they have like platform boots.
Perfect.
So they have like LA hipness plus, and they're all like plastic surgeryed out.
I don't like that, but that's okay. I can.
No, there was some ridiculously attractive women there. I saw one through like a window that while we were sitting at this restaurant. I was like,
did you lick the window in front of her?
The window was open, but I would have
licked it anyways.
I would have, when like the eyes, like a Wile E. Coyote, goes all like bug-eyed.
Oh yeah, and they come back.
Mine would have shot through the window, but the window was open, so they just flew out and came back.
Got it. Oh, gotcha.
But
tickled her a little bit,
Yeah, she was.
Gave her a little French tickler with your eyeballs.
Like 10 out of 10.
Really?
Super, like, just crazy looking, hot.
Do you think her personality would have taken away? Or did she look like she had a good personality?
I think if you're there, you're cool. Like, you're like, you're like mountain getaway.
Got it. Mountain getaway.
Ritzy mountain town.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if
it's
you're
like
into
glamping. You're like glamping kind of.
I was going to say that, but like even it's not. I didn't even want to compare it to glamping because it's so ridiculously nicer than that.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you can't even like buy there for I mean, the minimum house there is probably like, I'm making numbers up, but I wouldn't be surprised if like 5 million was the entry point.
Shut the fuck up.
It's stupid.
And people live there?
Even in Carbondale where we were staying, which was like nothing special. But it's a convergence. It has like 5 rivers that run into it. You're like an hour away from 5 different ski resorts.
Oh, I couldn't even think about that. Skiing would be hella crazy.
Well, you have Vail. You have Aspen.
Are we going?
We should.
I'm so down.
But even Carbondale, which is like the Lockford of Aspen. Like literally.
Shout out Lockford.
You can't even get in there for like less than $1 million. And you would drive around and be like, what?
Wow.
Like there's no reason for it to be that expensive other than its proximity to all this cool stuff.
Do you think the ski resort tickets would be like arm and a leg like Squaw or more than Squaw?
I think there's so many in that area because I just named 2. You have Vail, Aspen, but then there's like I can't remember some of the other ones, but there's a lot of like smaller community ski resorts.
Okay.
I think you get into those for pretty cheap, but I mean, if you wanted to go ski in Aspen, you're probably, I wouldn't be surprised at all if a lift ticket for a day was like $350.
That's worth it.
Probably.
I would pay that.
Vail looked really cool. We didn't get to go into Vail, but we drove. Vail's very tight. I didn't really love, Aspen's kind of cool because it's like the last stop on the road in like going east. that direction.
Toward New York. That's east.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a long way. it's a long way from there, but yeah. But it's kind of like off on its own. And it's been, I didn't realize how old of a place it is. It's been around for a long time, but it's very secluded.
Kind of like you.
Yeah.
A long time.
But Vail is very like, I don't know if I was that wealthy to buy, I don't know if I would want to live in Vail. It looks like an amazing mountain.
Would you have a winter house there?
It's just really close to, I mean, yeah, if you were like wanting to buy in Colorado and couldn't afford Aspen, you could probably get into like Vail. But I just didn't like how tight it was to the freeway. Like you look at Squaw Valley in, California.
Yeah.
You're kind of like on that you come off the main freeway and then you're on like the drive that's leading into Tahoe City. And then you have to take another turn off of the main road. And then like the resort is like way back in the valley.
Yeah. When you get to the resort, you're there at the resort. There's no
gone.
other distractions.
Vail is like tight to the freeway.
I don't like that either.
Built out. The mountain's like very close. It's easy for access. But if you bought like a multi-million-dollar house there that had an amazing view of the mountain, you're also like, and there's the freeway too. Yeah,
it kind of takes away from the magical seclusion of being in a ski resort like area. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Aspen kind of bottlenecks to where it becomes more of like a highway through town, and there's not like a major like freeway running through the middle of it. So it feels like Mayberry, like small town America, but it's actually it's bigger than I thought it was. There was a lot of restaurants, bars, cool spots. I mean,
did you guys go out at night at all? Like, did you do anything?
Yeah, we would go out like every night.
How was the bar life or what it was like?
It depended like where all in context. So like we went in Aspen one night. That was cool. We got to see like that whole lifestyle. But then in Carbondale, it was much more low key. There's really nice restaurants and cool bars, but much less populated, less people around. And then we went to other places that, like we went to this really cool, like honestly one of the coolest spots. I think I told you about it. It was a barbecue place.
Yeah.
It's called
no cell phone service.
Slow Groovin'. Yeah. And the guys that own that, they're like a group of guys from what I understand. And they have like that place. They have a place called, I think it's called Propaganda Pie. And it's
like all pizza place.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they have a place called.
It's a very odd name for a pizza place.
They all have cool names. So it's like Slow Groovin', Propaganda Pie, and they have one called like Honey Butter, I think it's called. And Honey Butter was in Carbondale and was really close to us. It was like a fried chicken place that supposedly had like bomb breakfast burritos, but we never went and had them.
Never went? What? That's gotta be part. I would have bugged him to be like put it in his itinerary.
I know, and I just didn't want to make it a thing. We were always like moving early in the morning, so to go there and grab one was kind of like whatever. But it was really close to our spot.
Damn.
But
next time
the Slow Groovin' barbecue was probably the best I've ever had.
Yeah, you were saying that.
And it was.
What'd you have?
We had the platter, so we had like brisket.
Ooh, my dad loves brisket.
Brisket, ribs, turkey.
How was the turkey prepared?
It was all
like a pile of it?
Yeah.
Like you just picked like whatever you wanted off the pile?
It was like breast meat mostly.
Okay.
And then the ribs were incredible. The brisket was so good.
Could you do this to the rib with the meat?
Yeah.
And pull the bone out?
It was. I mean, I love Waterloo like a mofo, and I was like, it's better.
Dude. Wow.
It was better.
Wow.
It was just it was different and better, but it was better. And I'm like very reluctant to say that. Like that was the mark, but I was like, this is unbelievable.
Wow.
And they had like we were out on the lawn, and you're in this little mountain like town called Marble, where they actually like I don't know the whole history, but I'm pretty sure that they mine marble in that area, or they used to.
Like the little glass balls? Marbles?
No, like big slabs of marble, like that you would carve statues out of, or like put on like the wall or whatever. Not just the glass kind.
Well, that would have been cool. What if someone struck like gold and was like fucking marbles like
popping out of the ground?
Yeah, beautiful. Like
they're already like cut, perfect circles, oozing out.
There's spheres and fucking designs and shit
bubbling up.
That would be impressive.
But it was cool. We were sitting there, and there was like foxes running around and stuff.
Like 25-year-old women or like 23-year-old women?
No, like animals.
Oh, like real animals running around. Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck. Any bears? Is there anything worried about like bears being around and shit like that, like Tahoe?
I guess I'm not really worried about bears when I go to Tahoe because they're not like, I'm worried about grizzly bears. Like when you're out in Wyoming, Montana, like
Yes.
you're legit head on a swivel.
Because they're more aggressive, aren't like they will go after you, right?
They eat people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Black bears and brown bears.
They're just there. They're animals.
If you come up on them with like their cub, they might attack you.
Yeah.
But like a grizzly bear like might actually try to kill you.
Not to take away from your scenery, I want to finish that story, but real quick question. What does a grizzly bear look like? What color are they? Are they brown also?
Yeah.
How can you tell the difference then? Like, would you know? How would you know? Are they native to certain areas? Like, would there ever be a grizzly bear and a brown bear in the same area?
There can be, yeah. Because I think they have. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure like Wyoming has.
You're
both.
not a biologist.
Yeah, Wyoming and Montana both have both bears. They're different body size, style, the way they
Huge.
look. Yeah, they're just big.
Fuck that, dude. That's
you can kind of like you see bears in like Tahoe. You can like that's not a grizzly bear. But you see a grizzly bear. Like I've seen a grizzly bear before live.
Really?
Yeah, in Yellowstone there was one with her cubs and.
Gosh dang! Worst case scenario.
Yeah, there was a lot of people around too, but she was cool. But they just that's where you hear people like getting like eaten and stuff.
I agree.
And attacked like that's what's happening is grizzly bears.
Okay, so you're sitting in this lawn. There's foxy women running around.
There were some foxy women. Can you throw me that bottle opener?
I would love to. Oh fuck, dude! Big catch. Ready? I'm gonna go more toward the camera. Ready?
Okay.
Nice. Shot put.
Yeah, so we were out there, and it was just super peaceful and cool, and the people were super nice. We had a chick that was our waitress from Colombia.
Good for her. Colombia?
Colombia, yeah.
She have an accent?
She did, and we were trying to pick up what it was. We were like, obviously she's not from here, but it wasn't.
Is that near Brazil?
I mean, Colombia's.
Can you replicate her accent real quick?
No.
No?
Yeah, I mean, they're not like close, but they're closer than like,
Okay, I see. Was she
actually,
cute?
they might be really close.
Was she cute?
I think Colombia's an island though. She was cute. Yeah, she was cute. She met a guy. She came out here on she was an au pair.
And shit.
Yeah.
That's a for everyone who doesn't know that's a foreign for babysitter. Nanny, sit-in nanny, live-in nanny.
Yeah, and then she met her husband, and then she was working out there.
She's married. Damn it.
Yeah, but she was cool.
Sorry, I just thought.
I hope that the 805 was that good.
No. Can you tell us real quick after this? Can you tell us the story about the bartender and everything that happened? Can we talk about that or no?
Yeah, we can talk about that. I don't care.
Okay,
it's not that good of a story, but
yes, I like it.
Yeah. So anyway, that was just a good dinner spot.
Okay.
But I mean, the food was amazing, and the scenery and the setting was just like it felt like it was like a restaurant that shouldn't be there. But then it's legend too. So like everybody that we would tell that we went there, that we were gonna go there,
they're like, oh,
you have to go.
Yeah,
there.
you have to.
Like it was like our fishing guide was like he was this old school like hippie burnout kind of guy.
That's sick.
Super cool dude. Paul, shout out Paul.
Shout out Paul.
Would totally use him again. He was a super cool dude, and
that's dope.
He was like, "Oh, I'm the first one." So they closed that restaurant from like October until like March 1st.
Why?
Because the winter's just so brutal.
It's terrible.
Yeah, they can't even do it. So they have like a fat party, and then they just close the restaurant, and then they have a fat party when they open. And then it just goes all
fucking sick. And they probably make enough money to do that and be obviously.
It's like a cult following.
Wow.
Yeah. So they just,
that is so cool.
They just slam it in. But he's like, I'm literally the first one in line every year when they open. It's like him and his wife or his girlfriend's like their like one of their dates that they go every single year.
That is
he's
so
like the
cool.
first one. He's like, we'll go 4 hours early and just like hang out. But he's like, I'm the first one to sit down like on the lawn. But it's
that
like,
is so cool. I actually really like that.
It's cool.
That'd be cool to do.
Bartender. I can't remember the name. Oh, it was called like Carbondale Poorhouse.
Okay. Poor like P-O-U-R or poor like I need money?
I think it was Poor like I need money.
Oh, okay. Fuck yeah.
And it was like it was a bar restaurant spot. We didn't eat there. We just grabbed drinks before we were going to dinner.
What'd you drink?
I had a couple gin and tonics. Gin sodas.
You have the weirdest taste buds, dude. I swear, man. I swear.
Whatever.
No, nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying I could never.
So I had a couple of those.
Yeah.
The bartender was super crazy. But super cool. Very cool chick.
Yeah, respect. But
she reminded me
on
of
the wild side.
She reminded me of like, you're not gonna know who this is. I'm gonna forget who I compared her to then too. She was a mixture between Janis Joplin.
Oh yeah.
Do you know who that is?
The blonde chick.
She died like back in the day.
The 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not in the 30s.
The
but,
80s.
No.
90s.
In between. Probably. I think she was like in the 60s.
Blonde hair though.
Blonde hair.
Yeah.
Just a wild chick. I think she died of heroin. And then, you ever seen the Hateful Eight?
No, but I scroll past it all the time on my fucking
You have to
Netflix.
watch it.
Samuel L. Jackson's in it, and so is Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe's not in it.
No, Russell Crowe's the gladiator, huh?
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
Channing Tatum's in it.
Who's the older guy?
Who's in that movie?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell's in it.
That's who it is.
Yeah, Kurt Russell's in it. And there's other mentionable peeps as well that we're forgetting.
What's the woman, though?
The woman is Channing Tatum's sister, who's like a crazy batshit chick that just like the whole movie is about transporting her and then them getting like stuck in this cabin and then them getting ambushed by Channing Tatum's gang. And she's like a wild ass. It's a bad comparison, but she has like this bartender had that wild chick side of her.
Okay.
So anyway, long story short, this is who we're dealing with. She's not super cool, but she basically asked my buddy's fiance, like,
"Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah, brother!
Hell yeah, brother!" She said something along the lines of, "I can tell where you're from if you show me your titties."
Yeah, I'm gonna use that pickup line.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one, but I don't know if it's just because she used it and it worked, or if a guy could use it. We'll see.
I'll find out.
Please find out.
I will let you know.
Yeah, let me know, and then maybe I can.
I'll be
try.
like, Braeden, I either went 10 for 10 or I went fucking 0 for 10, and I got slapped twice.
You have to come in and do it really serious. She had a whole backstory. She's like, I've went and talked to the state, and I have a grant program, and I can actually tell where you're from by your titties. Can you show them to me?
And if I happen to get it wrong for whatever reason, because I'm 15 for 15 right now, I guess it would be on me to buy you a drink.
There you go. Now you have the whole package.
Yep.
So long story short, she basically obliged. The bartender guessed Georgia, which was completely wrong.
Where is she actually from?
I don't know originally, but she grew up in Ventura, so down south.
Okay, so yeah. Anyway, so she guessed wrong, but
she guessed completely wrong, and then
so she actually
gave her a little show.
Yeah. How was it?
No complaints.
All right. Respect.
I was trying I was doing one of these just because
with your fingers are open though the whole time.
Because he my buddy was right there. I was like, I don't know if this
respectfully side-eyed for half a second, looked away.
Yeah,
I would not be mad at that.
Yeah, it was like trying to be cool.
Yeah,
I mean it was happening. I didn't want to miss. I didn't want to miss out on the. We were there. It
was a good experience.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to have. I don't want to not be able to tell the story.
Exactly.
So
tell in detail.
So she totally botched the guess, and then we started heckling the bartender, and she was. We basically said, well, now it's your turn.
Yeah,
and
you have to.
She also obliged. So
damn.
Yeah.
On the clock. She
on the
seems
clock behind the bar with her boss,
there.
Pretty much there. Yeah.
Were her boobies big?
No, I wouldn't say that they were big. They weren't
nice?
small. I wouldn't say that they were bad.
Okay, don't know how I'd take that if someone described.
Be respectful.
Yeah. Okay.
They weren't. I was nothing to write home
Was
about,
it
but here
fun?
we are talking about it.
Was it still fun?
Is it ever not?
One time it has not been fun. I said, "Can you put those away, please?" I'm not kidding. Seriously.
I bought some. I was going to tell you this earlier. I'm redoing those cabinets.
Yes.
So I bought the poles for them, and I was looking at these ones, and I was like, "I'll get these ones," and they were just like black with just smooth knob, very basic. And then I was like, but these ones kind of look like titties. So for the simple reason of when you walk down the staircase down here, I wanted it to be embedded in your mind. As you walk up, there's there's gonna be two knobs that you're just
look like boobs.
Those
dude
kind of look like titties.
Yes, I'm for it. I am so for it.
So I made the last minute swap.
Fuck, hell yeah. So okay, question. Overall, what would you rate your experience for the Tahoe golf tournament? 1 out of 10, and be realistic.
It's a cheap day. If you have the amenities in place, you have lodging and you have enough connections of if you're not having to spend out of pocket for everything, and you have transport. It's a great day. It's a 10 out of 10 day. You're meeting people. It's fun. There's nothing really to do. So you're just kind of
except watch and shit.
Yeah, you're watching, you're chilling, you're talking, you're drinking, you're hanging out. And then people are coming by and you're like, oh shoot, there's,
Fucking
Ray Romano.
yeah, Ray Romano. Everybody loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Oh wow, fuck! I've not heard that name in forever.
Yeah, he's usually there. So there's people that you're just like, it's very like laid back entertainment.
Okay.
I think that's like a 10 out of 10. I think people should do that.
A 10 out of 10. You wouldn't have changed nothing about it.
I mean, if we were like able to golf with them or something.
Okay,
and,
that's
like,
I got you on that.
But I'm like, for the experience of what you're getting, you're in a beautiful place. You're with, I was with all my friends.
That's good.
You're having fun. It's a great time. I mean, okay, 9, it could be better.
Okay,
like,
did you see any titties at Tahoe or no?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's a 10 out of 10, dude. I can
You
be in
try
the
to
I
talk
can
me
be
out
in
of
a
it.
I can be in a fucking dumpster and see titties, and that experience would be 10 out of 10.
Except those ones you told to put away.
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you. Yeah, I was not a fan. Anyways,
So that was a great time.
10 out of 10. Respect.
You want to know about? Yeah, absolutely.
And
Great
then-
time. Anybody should, if you have not gone, it's worth going to.
Okay, I wanted to go, but I forgot all about it. Next year.
Next year.
What about Colorado?
Colorado, for what it was, so with fishing trips, it's always like about how crazy of like, we always go to places that are beautiful. So you always get like scenery that's amazing.
Yeah.
And which I'm all about. Like I'll go for the scenery alone. Then you add on fishing on top of it, which is very addicting, and I love to do it.
And you throw in titties the night before?
Yeah.
4 of them? Gosh,
I
dang.
think only 3. But you have, the best of a lot of worlds going on, and if you could criticize it, right? Like you could always say like, oh, there's this one place that we went to, and we do things intentionally. Like we'll go to a place knowing that it's not the best place
To see how it is.
just to check it out.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is
Good
like
experience.
they grade rivers, so it's like this is a gold standard river. Like the Roaring Fork where the jets are flying over in Aspen's like a gold standard river. It's
Wow.
Like it's like one of the top tier rivers in the state. And I don't know everybody scales their river systems different, but it's
Gotcha.
like in this like mile stretch, there's 10,000 fish or something
Yeah.
like that.
Wow.
So you
fuck.
have like those grades, and then you go to another place where it's like, okay, this place is really cool because it's in this, very picturesque valley. Like we went to a place called Crystal River, which I actually ended up catching, I think, one of the nicest fish of the trip, but overall nobody else really did that good. And so, but the location was more of the reason for going. And then we went to Marble where we had the barbecue after.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're intentionally putting ourselves in a situation where it's like, we're not going to catch a bunch of fish, but we're going to have a great time like in the process.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
like
cool.
that.
It's cool for different reasons. Our float, we didn't like nail them, but we met a really cool guy and we did catch fish and we learned a lot and had a good time. So it's just like,
Yeah.
on a different day, on a different float, we could have had this like epic, like, time where we're like, we caught like 80 fish this day. It was fucking amazing.
Throw them all back.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I
but
saw fucking 8 titties.
it wasn't that, but I don't think you can judge a trip on that.
True.
It's just like, what are you doing and how much do you get to see when you're there and experience?
So you had a good time both places.
Yeah, dude.
I like that.
It's a blast.
I feel like you have a good time everywhere you go.
I mean, if you're going to do it.
Except for maybe tomorrow might be like a 4
Tomorrow?
at 11:30.
Oh, yeah. That'll be fun.
It'll be fun because we're there. That's pretty much it, though.
That's what the whole thing is,
Exactly.
If
I'm
I'm
only
there,
going 'cause
if I'm
you-
there, I'm having a good time.
I know. I'm going because you
don't
swindled
wanna-
everybody. Braeden swindled me into this, and I'm
I did
getting
not.
back.
I will not be held accountable for swindling you.
Listen, you're
I
like
did-
you were at 37 minutes. I'd give the whole story.
I did not swindle you into anything.
No, you talked me into it, and then I found out the details and was like, "What the fuck, swindled?"
Not me.
Yeah, dude.
I'm also been swindled.
You have a good poker face there, bud. Okay, I'll agree with that. We're swindlies, getting swindled by swindlers.
We're mutual swindle. We're being
Yeah.
mutually swindled.
Mutually swindlies. That's us. We're swindliers.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you know.
Nice job.
Spell that.
No.
Me either.
I
Let's
can't.
just leave it with no
It's
spelling.
French. I can't. It's got like a little.
No, it's
something.
American, bud.
Swindliers?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Lumineers, but you don't even know what that is.
Is that Beauty and the Beast?
That's
The Lumineers?
That's Lumiere.
Oh,
It was
fuck.
it was a candle.
Yeah, candle holder.
Candelabra
I don't know what you're talking about.
is a character in the movie. Candelabra is like a holder with multiple.
I've never
candles.
seen Beauty and the Beast.
That's why I can't believe that you even know that that's a
Dude.
character from that. Because
the random facts in my brain sometimes I retain them really weird. Anyways, do you have any closing statements? Any closing statements? Any final thoughts?
Colorado, if you haven't gone, I'd never gone out of the airport. I'd been to Denver airport a number of times.
Hell yeah.
Very worth going out. Completely different than I would have thought. You just don't know a place until you go experience it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very cool, worth going, beautiful, cool people. Like nobody was like an asshole that we ran into. Like even people at the airport were super nice. Yeah. It's a good time to get out. Finally, we're done with COVID for the most part.
Thank
and so
God.
people are moving. And there's a lot of cool places, even just, I mean, I'm going back to Denver in a week. And
damn.
I'm excited just to check out the city. We didn't even make it into Denver, so it'd be cool just to
Denver's cool.
Even see the city.
It's nice. I went when it was snowing.
That's right.
Yeah, it sucked. Right. And then the next day, it sucked on its own. Hey,
yeah, and you were like almost dead the night before because.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we almost froze. Literally, -2 degrees for 45 minutes. Like the. It was a good time. I would do it again.
Yeah, see,
that's fun.
Even when it doesn't go to plan, you know, it's still a good time.
It is what it is. Anyways,
closing statements.
I would say, dude, I'm glad you're back safe. I think it's absolutely insane that you're gone out of the fucking States all the time. I can't wait to get on the level where I can just be like, hey, you know, if you want a +1 for fun times, let's go. And you know, we still got to do our Europe trip.
We do need to do Europe, and we do need to do New York.
New York, yes. New York first, but Europe for sure. But New York is going to be like the most realistic in the next year, for sure.
We should start looking though at Europe and see what it's going to take.
According to Vanessa, it's going to be like $1,300 to get to like Germany area. But I want to go to fucking Scotland so bad.
Though.
Where's Conor McGregor from? Ireland? I want to go to Ireland.
I'm from Ireland.
Is he Scottish?
Who?
Conor McGregor.
Oh, I think it's me. I was like,
no. Conor, no. I want to go to Ireland hella bad.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, well,
I'm down. Well, we get over there and then jump off.
Deal.
Figure it out from there.
Dude, if we get arrested, I don't even care. Amsterdam too, New Amsterdam. Fucking put me.
I'll care if we get arrested in Europe.
I would care a little bit too.
If I got arrested in Mexico, I wouldn't care. But if we get arrested in Europe, I'll care a little bit.
Yeah, I would care too.
That'd be hard to get back.
Not get arrested.
No.
Deal. All right,
Let's
dude.
not do that.
Let's go have fun watching Thor the movie.
We're gonna see what's up.
I'm Thor.
I'm Thor. Yeah. I hope they don't. I don't hope they don't go all crazy on
No,
it.
they're not. I've already talked to people about it. It was like a fluke. Fucking.
Yeah.
You tell me though.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope you're not going to be Thor after.
I hope so too. That'd be weird.
That would be weird. It would be very weird.
I should fuck her in a Benz.